Hello and welcome back to the second part of this series tutorial or design to code. Last week in the first part we designed this blog layout, website layout, and this week video we'll start coding it up with HTML. This week I will lay out just the HTML. So let me show you the finished product first. So this is the finished project after we finish coding everything. This is how it will look like. The logo, the menu item, an icon right here, and a search icon. When I click it, we see this nice animation that we use a CSS3 animation to create. When I click, it is it at this nice layout. This side with 3 code, a sidebar right here, a form right here, and our footer. This tutorial we will just lay out the HTML. We won't be working on the CSS. The CSS will be for next week, and the week after that the JavaScript. So a couple video ago we created a 12 grade responsive mobile first layout, 12 grid column, as you can see right here. So that's what I'm going to be using this project for this layout, as you can see right here. So I will leave a link in the description so you can watch it if you need to see how it's created. I'm going to be using the classes in my HTML. In case you got confused, you will know this is where I'm getting the classes from. I will leave a link in the description so you can go and download the starter file to get started. This is what you will see inside HTML, the SASS folder, JavaScript folder, and images folder. We won't be working with a SASS folder in this tutorial, just the index.html. I already have my code editor open. I'm in Visual Studio Code. I'm using an extension called Live Server. That's what gave me this. So if I write something right here and save it, we automatically reload. Sorry, let me cancel this real quickly and go live again. Now we see we had a hello right here. Let's say I add something else, like let's say I save it, as you can see. So without further ado, let's get started. So we had the HTML boilerplates. I linked to the remix library for the icon, linked to my CSS. We won't be touching the CSS in this tutorial, and I linked to the fav icon. This the image right here. I close this one. This is the finished project, and this is the new one. So I will resize my browser so my editor and the web page can be side by side. So first we begin with a header. We start with this right here. So I will use the header element with a class called header. Press enter. So make sure you have a header with a class called header. I'm using a Visual Studio Code, and with a Emmet plugin enable, that's what allowed me to do this. Inside of head, first I will write little comment right here. Inside of the header, we have another div with the class container. Inside our container, we have a nav element with a class called header nav2 underscore nav. And inside of nav is where we're gonna place everything else. First, we do the logo. We class called header logo. Inside of here, we have an anchor element that will link to the homepage called index.html. Inside of here, we put our logo image. So it's the image tag. Go to the image folder right here. Inside of it, I will look for the brand logo.png. And for the alternate text, I put the website name. I save it. You can see I have it right here. Now create a UL element with a class called header 2 underscore nav items. Inside, first I will have a button. For example, if you look here, when you click this, I will add this element, this button element, to close it. So I use the button and give it an ID. Later on with the JavaScript, we select this called close menu. Inside of it, I use the remix icon with the I element with the class called like that. Save it. We have it right here. Now we're gonna have these with li to hold them. So first, I create li with a class called header list. Inside of it, we're gonna have an anchor element, and we leave the href to empty and put this home. And we need total of 5, so I hold Shift Alt down arrow key to duplicate it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 5. Here I put about. Here I put travels. Here I put category, and here will be contacts. Save it. We had this right here, and I will close this URL. If you look here, we have these these three, this one, and this one on mobile devices. We will show this one on tablet and mobile devices, but we need to put this one and this one in our navigation. So after the URL, we have a class. We create a wrapper with a class called header extra, and we hold the accounts, this, and the search extra. Now I will create another wrapper with class div with a class called sites accounts, and I use the icon a class of RI. I will duplicate this, Shift Alt down arrow key, and name this site search. It will be the search icon, and between here I use the button again, and then use the icon. I save it. We look over here, we have it right here. Now it doesn't do anything, but for the JavaScript we make it work. So that the header extra. Now we go down after this, and we create this. Header mobile, and if we know these are two underscores, so header mobile. Inside of it we have a button with the class called header mobile, icon, with two dashes. So we have the icon itself. Save it. We get this, as you can see right here. So that's it for the header, our navigation right here. Again, this is just the HTML. So I close the header. Now after the header, we get to the main section right here. Now we start working on these, on the code, all of this. So first, let's go back here, and inside of the main right here, that's where we begin our work. First, we have a session with a class called hero. And if you take a look, medium devices, it stretch out one column, and these stretch out two columns, and these also two columns. On smaller devices, but on larger devices, it just these took like a half of the screen, and these also took half of the screen, and these two, let's say half within this column right here. But if we resize it, I right click, choose inspect, and choose this icon right here, the mobile. You can see on mobile device just one column, all of them are one column. One medium, just one column right here, and these are two columns. One larger devices, we had this half and half. So with that in mind, we created right here. So inside of the section, we have a class called row, and with that row, another class called no margin. The reason why we had a no margin on the row is because the row have a negative margin left and right, and the no margin right here, we remove it. We work under the no margin during our CSS. I will explain to you what. So here, this is where we want to lay out the column. So so we have our column from SM all the way to XL. XM, as you can see in the mobile, MD, and the medium devices, LG, large devices, and XL, extra large devices. So on mobile devices, just one column, and this is the mobile first. The grade is mobile first, so we won't touch it. So we begin on LG. So flex LG. LG gonna be 5 column. This side, this is LG right here. It's right here, 5 column. But on extra large devices, XL, it's gonna be 6 column. I will do this since we need 2. See, we have like 1 column here, another one column right here. I will multiply this by 2, so we make 2 of them. But now this, instead of B5, it will be 7, and this remain the same. Put a little comment right here. Now we start working on our code. As you can see, first we had our code right here, and we had a background image and an overlay on top of it. We had this little label right here, and this social icon right here, the post title, the excerpt, and we had this icon and the date, and the comment icon with the number. I can see they are the same, but except for the background images. So let's do that. So first, we create a div with a class called code. And this one, the first one, we get another class called custom heights. Press enter. We go over the custom height during the CSS. Now you create another one called label. Travel, that's our label, the little label on the top left, and then we're gonna have a code header that will hold the image, the background image. So we go to our source images folder, and we look for hero post 1. Save it. We get this gigantic image right here. Outside, after that, we're gonna have a code body. Gonna have h2 with a class called post title, and we put post title will go here. After this, we have a paragraph with a class post except the lorem of 15. Save it. Get this right here. After that one, we have the icon. So we had a post, div with the post called meta. Inside our post meta, we have first the calendar with the dates. We wrap it in the container called meta. You span element and then the icon. Say alright, calendar. And then another span. So I hold a shift alt down arrow key to duplicate this, and then put a date right here. So 07/01/20. I will copy this, paste it. And this will be for the comments, so here it will be message, and this will be 12. We save it, then we have it right here, the icon, the date, and the number right here. And after the meta, now we're gonna do the social icon. So we collapse this to make a little bit more room. Right after here, we have another div with a class called social sharing. Inside of it, we have an anchor element, leave it empty. Then the icon itself. So first I have Facebook, shift arrow twice. This one will be LinkedIn, and this one will be Twitter. Save it, and we have them right here. So that's it for the code. So I'm gonna collapse this code right here. We just finished this side right here. Now we move to this side to create another row inside this column, this 7 column right here, and each one have half and half, and we put our code in them also. So we go back to this flex 7, LG7, flex XL6. Inside of it, we will create another row where an additional class called margin bottom, and another class called no margin. The no margin, we remove the margin left and right, only left and right. margin button, we add some margin to the bottom of the row, because by default the row doesn't have any margin tab on the bottom, just left and right. And here we create our half and half column. So flex from the medium devices all the way to extra large devices. So flex MD pieces, and we need 2 of them. And here we're gonna put the code here also. So I'm just gonna copy this and paste it. So it's just gonna be the same thing except for the image. Now instead of be 1, it's gonna be 2. And we remove the custom heights class. So you're only gonna have this. So I'm gonna copy this again, and here the same thing. Paste it, collapse this, save it. Then we have this again. We're gonna change the image from 2 for this one to 3, and we have this. Now we're gonna create another row after this one. Let me write the comment right here. Create another row with this class called no margin, just no margin. And again we paste, and we do the, and again we do the flex MD sys, and make sure put the period right here, and we need 2 of this. And we paste the code again like we did before, and this be before now. Collapse this, and the last column right here we paste again, and this time with 5, and then we save it, and we have this. We just finished the hero session, this spot right here. We finished this spot right here. We finished the header and this spot right here. Now we're gonna work on this side, the quick links. So let's get started. If you need to pause, make sure pause and again check out the right markup. So I'll close this, and close the session. I have a session with a class called quick links, and we're gonna add another class called defaults section spacing. This default section spacing, we add some padding top and bottom to each section. First thing, we create a container. The container, we create another wrapper called session, heading, and this is where we place our quick link intro. So we have something like h2 and put quick links. After that, we have a paragraph where load on 5. Save it. We get this. Now with the CSS, we style it so it will look nice. And after that, we have a row that we hold these 3 boxes. So row, inside of the row we have flex md sys and an lg flex lg to be 4. We need 3 of them. So the way it's working is this is lg, right? So on lg want to be 3 columns. My medium devices, as you can see, yeah, these first 2 are half, and last one is full width, and smaller devices has of course just 1 column. So this session doing right here. MD gonna be 6, and the last one will be 12 with a full width, and on LG just be 4. Inside of here, the markup is very simple. We have a wrapper called box. Inside of it, we have the icon. So we give a class icon. As you can see right here, this icon right here. And we have another class called details. No, just detail. Inside of it, the h3, we put the blog article. Then another one called action. An anchor inside of an anchor element with a class called button. The HRL will be empty, and between here we put visits, blog, page. Save it. We have this, and that's the first one. So I'm just gonna copy this. And here, paste it. This it will not be book and maybe folder. And this will be blog categories, a lowercase c. and here we just say view more. And for the last one, it won't be broken, maybe user, and here it will say accounts, and then for the button it will be sign up, sign in, / sign up, and save it. We got this right here. So we just create this session right here. So I will close this one, collapse them. Now we're gonna move to this session right here, the future session, and our sidebar right here. So we have a section with the class called feature sidebar. Inside of here we have our container. And remember, these are like on two different column. This on one column, another one column here, another one column right here. This is if, this like four column, this 8 column, this 4 column. So let's do that. So again, we had a row. So we got our first 8 and the second one will be 4. Put some space right here. And between the 8th column, that's what we had the future post and our join newsletter. But first, let's focus on our future post right here. So we can have a session heading again. Now outside of that, we have our code, the black code. So I will go up here and grab one of the code. This one. Copy it. And I'll paste it right here. Don't have to change anything except for this feature the image. So it would be feature post one, this one. And make sure you have the class again, the custom height, and another class margin bottom. Save it. This is what we have right here. Now nothing changes. Now as you can see in the design, we have like two other called black posts, so we're gonna create that again. Create another row. Inside here, we're gonna create our columns. So it's gonna be flex md sys 2. And here we paste our code again. So paste the code and remove these, and just leave the class code. And for the image, instead of 1, it becomes 2. And make sure don't remove this class right here, but I'm just talking about this one. Remove it from this one right here. So copy this again, and here paste it again, and then it's gonna be 3, which means go back up here, this code, and put 2 right here. This is the 1, 2, and 3. Save it. We get these. I see you right here. Oh, sorry. This not supposed to be hero post. So it's supposed to be, sorry. So it's the feature. Feature post 2. So make sure the second one say feature, not hero. So you should get these images. And one small mistake, make sure from here all the way to here we must wrap inside of a class called feature post. After this last row, I'm gonna close it right here. I will close the feature post, and then we move to the newsletter. Make sure you have these classes in there. And here we first we have a session heading, so I'm just gonna copy it from here. This one. and we say join my newsletter, and after that we have a form where the class called form. We remove the action. Inside here have a row. Inside the row we had a flex MD of sys sys. We need 3 of them. The last one will be 12. This it will hold the submit button. So inside of the first one have a class called form group, which will hold the inputs field with the class form inputs, the type equal test, and we'll put a placeholder right here. Enter your name. I will copy this, go down, and here we have the email. So I say enter your email address, and for the form group give it a class called margin bottom. And here we have the button or type submit with the class called button. Now we say join newsletter. I save it and we get this. So this side right here, we just finished this side right here. Now we will move to the sidebar, and then after that the footer. So I will collapse this, make some space, and we move to the 4 right here, the sidebar. So first I create a container called sidebar at the class sidebar. Inside of it, first I create another div with a class called sidebar. One just called widget. And we have our section heading, so I'm just gonna copy it real quick. Find one of these. So right here, and here we say about me. And then we have the code right here, the profile code. So the code, and give another code to the shape profile, but this will be different. So here we have the code body. If you take a look, we had a name, label, description, and the social icon. So we're gonna create this with our classes. Right in class, so we had a user profile. We will hold the image. I will say Shift Alt down few times, and this one be user name. This be description, and this will be social. Some space between them. Our profile, I put in my image. Go to images folder. Put a profile .png, the JPEG, so, and for the username inside of it, heading 3, and put Eric. And the description is a Laurent, put 12. And for the social, right here, then I will use I go back up here and find one of the blog code right here, and grab the social sharing. This one right here, these 3. Paste them right here, and then we're gonna change a few of them. We leave our Facebook, and this become Medium. Leave the Twitter, and we need one more for our YouTube. Save it. We get this. Maybe Laurent, I say 2020. So that's the profile code right here. The about me session finish. So I'm just gonna do another sidebar widget for the Instagram. I will grab the session heading, and this will be Instagram. And this is what we're working on right now. This CSS images right here, this section right here. If you take a look, our finished project we have right here. Larger devices, we have them all stacked 3 3 3 3. On smaller devices, for example, we come right here. On medium devices, we have 2 2 2, and then on smaller, of course, again it's 2 2 2 2. So from small all the way to medium, there are 2 side by side, 2 column each. On larger devices, LG, we are 3 3, like 4 column. So let's do that. So we go down here, create a row with a class row, of course, and another class called no margin. Inside of here, now we create the columns that total of 6 item, so we need 6 columns. So again, on smaller devices to medium devices, like us half and half, so it's a flex SM6, and on larger devices 3, we are like 3 column, so total of 4 column 3, so total of 3 4 column 4 column 4 column. I say flex LG 4, and I say multiply all this by 6. We could just like create another row after these 3. We could like create another row to add the rest of them. I didn't want to do that, so our flex, I don't have the maximum width, and our row have a flex wrap to be wrapped, so if there's not enough space, we will go to the next line. After these 3, there won't be enough space for the 4th one, so immediately go to the next line to create this one. So that's why I just left them all in one row. So in here, put some space between them. First one, we create another container called Instagram that will hold the images. And the image will be inside of the images folder called gallery 1. Touch it back. I'm gonna copy this and paste it right here for the second one, and inside of the one be 2. So I show you an easy and fast way to do all of this with emit enable. So I'm gonna comment all of this one out. Now I'm gonna tap here. I will say parentheses. I put a flex SM, that's 6, with another flex LG, that's 4, and inside each one of them I want to create a div with the class called Instagram, so I put the right arrow key, Instagram, and inside the Instagram we have an image, and I want to put the source tag right here, so I put a bracket, put the src, the cosine, and I put my value, so set images folder or the gallery, and that will have like 1 all the way to 6. That's how I name them. So another way, you can use emit, so you can count from 1 all the way to whatever number that you doing. So we put the, to do that, put the $sign right here, and then outside all of this I multiply by 6. So press enter or tab, we get all of this, as you can see. But we forgot to put a JPEG, so we go back right here again. You should have like parentheses and wrap all of this in parentheses, the flex SM6 LG4, and inside of it create a div with the class called Instagram, and inside of the div class Instagram we create an image and add the source attribute to be image, which is / the gallery, and then the number that we need, and then the JPG. We multiply all of this by 6, so we create 6 times on this, and each time we put in 1, the next time put 2, 3, all the way to 6. So when I press tab or enter, we create them all. As you can see, the first image, gallery 1, 2, 3, all the way to 6 right here. So that's another way you can create it. So I put some spaces between the columns right here. I press save, get all of this, and that's not that great, but with CSS we're gonna style it so it look nice. So that is for this side, the Instagram. Now we create one more, the sidebar widget. In here we're gonna create another code. Matter of fact, let me just copy one of the block code. Let me just go up here. Let's copy this one. Paste it right here, and we get rid of the social sharing all the way to the post right here. Get rid of this, and we leave the post title and the post excerpt right here, and the rest. And for the label, I will put ads, and for the classes, I will remove all of this and put code, actually ads. And for the code header, the image will be hero post 1. So you should have hero post 1.jpg. And for our title right here, it will say your ads banner here. And for this one, I will just remove some of these contents, and that's it for this session. As you can see, I have it right here. I close this one out, and that's it for the sidebar. As you can see, this is the last one. Now we're simple with this one. So inside of the folder, we have a container. So we have a paragraph that will say design and develop by is the strong element. Marius is coding. You can put your name there if you want to. Save it. You have it, this right here. But we need to do one more thing. If you go to the finish right here, I see the search. When we click it, we have this search element right here. It's nice one, so we need to create that one real quickly. So right above the folder, that's somewhere right here outside of the main, we create a container called search that will hold our search element. first. We had a button. An ID called close search. Or the icon. Again, we have another form with a class called form, another class called form dash search. Sorry. Inside here, we have a row. Inside of the row, we had a flex, we had our two, we had the input text and the search, so the summon button. So I had a flex MD 8 and then flex XL or 9. Press enter. We need to shift alt down, and this will be 4 and this will be 3. And here we have the inputs or the class search, form inputs, add a placeholder of search, and for down here we have a button with the class button, and then we're gonna give it another one called type to be submit, and its value right here we put search. Save it. We get this right here. Now this is just the HTML. In the next week video, we will start working on the CSS using SASS. I hope you like the HTML tutorial. And that'll be it for this week tutorial. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and hit the bell notification icon. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.